Oh, hey, it's the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, and we're like, winning every single run as the Forgotten, even when we don't get anything, because this character is so fun and so good. 6ZYV 4Q9J. It almost, like, I gave you the impression that it was gonna rhyme, and then it didn't rhyme. I can see how this would be very confusing. Excuse me! No, wait, this is right. You normally start with 2 bone hearts. I was like, did that guy crunch a full bone heart and then half of my other one? So George was almost getting upset there. Hey, come here. Thank you. Stop dropping stuff in the middle. You know I'm gonna get it. So the straw is worth it. But you know what the problem with the straw is that it's not like a unique item for the Forgotten. Like, I suppose there is a theoretical chance that it could provide us with some kind of weird straw-based synergy, but let's be honest, it's really, really unlikely that that's going to be the case. So, what we're going to do instead is try to pick up, in particular, some bombs, but if we can get some manner, well, a bomb would probably be more useful there, but what Mama don't know won't hurt her, right? We'll consider re-rolling that straw. It's good, but I'd much rather be in a situation where we can get something cool, as opposed to just getting something useful. Thank you. Just see what our boss has on offer, because, you know, I know we have a bomb right now. You should be careful, because there are fires here that want you dead. I think I'll use the money for now, and then if we're lucky enough... Hey, stay away from me, please. If we're lucky enough to get some more bombs, we can use them for the tinted rocks. Bad trip, dude! This is ruthless. There are no Ruths available on this run at the present moment. Well, we can afford to grab that. Alright. We're almost done with this floor, but we might as well, you know, do our due diligence and finish the whole thing off by walking into a fire. Okay, come on up here. Nothing. Okay, how do we do this? Well, let's start, you know, we'll do like... Wait, this is... I never noticed he's got like a new screen here for this character. With the switch thing on the corner there. So, reroll? No reroll. I'll do it. Oh, I would say that that is a highly regrettable circumstance. So we get Bumbo instead of the straw. That's not good. Not necessarily bad. But, you know, I want to make it clear, like, I'm not trying to do the absolute best thing in Isaac on every opportunity here, especially on the booster pack. I'm trying to do things that are going to make the Forgotten fun. And he already is, but to enhance that fun, let's say. So I already know that it's, like, the wrong decision. And the right decision was probably taking the straw so we could get some kind of sick synergy. And instead we've... or just basically sick DPS and time to kill, but instead we were a little bit brazen. And we're gonna have Bumbo hanging around, stealing our money. You know, I'll probably give him money early. Bumbo could be better than the straw if money is like, if there's a lot of it, basically. But it's gonna take a while to get there. Burcano. I have a, you know, and again, I'm not a game designer. I know it's important. Yo, let's go. That there's actually bad items in Isaac, because if every item was good, the runs would be too easy, and you would never actually appreciate the good items. You know, you get like a sliding scale due to power creep. However, Burcano is not bad, but it's just so... compared to all the other runes. I really feel like it should give you like 6 flies, 6 spiders. Then when you got it, you wouldn't be like, okay, Burcano, moving on. You'd be like, you know what, Burcano, that's actually like a nice little bonus to have against a boss or something like that. It can do enough damage to help me out. Instead, you're like, okay, one use of box of spiders, basically, combined with Guppy's head. It doesn't inspire that much enjoyment. Just double its effectiveness. Every other rune is okay. You know, I don't think Hagalaz needs to do anything else. It's got its own use case. Ansus has its own use case. Obviously, Black Rune, Yera, Perthro, they're all good. But, you know, Berkano, it needs a little loving. All your hugs and kisses, too. So here's my thinking. I mean, obviously Guppy's Head would be awesome here, but let's, roll Duality quickly instead. And why on earth would we ever do that? Well, we want to roll Duality, in my opinion, because I have not seen what a lot of Deal with the Angel items can do. I mean, I've not seen what a lot of Deal with the Devil items can do either. Like, we have a very narrow view of what's possible with this character right now. Narrow, but pleasing, for certain. Unfortunately, Tinted Rock's inaccessible to us. With 5 keys, I will go to the shop to see if it's the mythical, like, 2 luck upgrade shop. Well, I think we're out. It's a fine run at the present moment, but could use a little bit more stuff early. I can't tell you how nice it is to have a character where even if you don't get damage upgrades in the early game, your damage is acceptable. It's like playing as Judas, basically. Even if you don't pick up any damage, you have kind of like an extra floor or two before that really oh, there goes a Bone Heart. Before it really becomes a problem. Now, because we stole a Deal with the Devil, we can't swap to the Soul right now. And now there goes another Bone Heart. So we've kind of created a difficult situation, all for Duality. And again, this is where I point out, what was the right play? 100% Guppy's Head, dude. It's not even close. And if it wasn't Guppy's Head, it would probably be a Thame. Duality, I think, is a pretty overrated item, if I'm being honest with you. With Goat Head, it's better. But, still not altogether that good. Oh, you walked right into it. Because most of the time, here's the thing. If it worked the opposite way and the default were Deals with the Angel, which tend to not be that good, and I know there's some debate on that subject, but then it would be different because you'd be like, hey, early or easier access to Deals with the Devil where all the good items are. But instead, Deals with the Devil are the default. So you're like, hey, sweet, I have a better chance to get Deals with the Angel or easier access to get Deals with the Angel, but why? You know, I'm just making my life harder for no reason. And that's pretty much what well, it's not for no reason. We're doing it for the vine, as they say. People still saying that? Ah, there goes our third Bone Heart. Come on. This is gonna be a bit of a problem. Tractor Beam. Well, it's actually a pretty nice Tears upgrade, at least. So straight up, I'm gonna do a couple more rooms, but we may need to, like, almost immediately go back to the shop, blow up the donation machine. Let's go. And purchase a Spirit Heart. I would really prefer to not do that. Prefer to buy something with some kind of permanent value to it, but you also do have to do what you gotta do in order to live. Like, sometimes living is the best damage upgrade because it lets you, you know, not die, which lets you get to a damage upgrade on a future floor, so. For right now, oh, that little bit of a problem there. For right now, we're definitely feeling the heat, and this is maybe is closing in on being a difficult run, but I guess I shouldn't complain about taking a hit there. Now, with our rate of fire where it is, it's actually fairly plausible that we could use our ranged bone tears, which would be like the first time it's ever happened. I just got so startled. I scratched my head, and my elbow hit a mug on my desk, and I went, ah! Sorry for the wake up there, by the way. Sometimes I have to emote. Alright. A little bit of focus served me well there. Second secret room does exist. It's several runes. You know what? Yera, I think I've overrated Yera for a long, long time. It's so good that to even suggest that I'm overrating it is absurd. But I think it's true. And we should be using, like, AWAs. You know, like, for Black Rune, we got a ton of value, I guess is what I'm trying to suggest here. And Broken Ankh may prove to be, like, a surprisingly useful item. So, you know, out of Yera, we just got Broken Ankh, which could bring us back from the brink of destruction. And we have 2 Hagalas and 2 Black Runes. We don't need AWAs anymore, so we'll take our Black Rune in here. This is an XL floor, so I think this is really where our run lives or dies. Is this floor right here. For right now, I would err on the side of living. I didn't realize if you just stand on top of this guy, well, not going to be plausible here, but when he shoots, his shots hit himself and die. That's extremely great. Okay, just hit a hand. You. Very easy money. Magic 8 Ball. Gives us a Justice card, which is useful right now. I'm sorry, Bumbo. I may need this money to purchase a Spirit Heart. And don't forget, you got 2 Black Rune. So if you decide that you don't want whatever item gets paid out with here, you're well within your purview to re-roll it, or suck it up, rather, into some kind of hopeful statistical improvement. Yeah, we want that, though. Binky is great. And now we can actually be the soul again. I don't know how I would suggest we're doing right now, but, not as dire as it was a little while ago. I think a run like this is actually really useful for us in the long term, so we can kind of gauge, you know, how poor a run can be with this character and still win. Because we kind of know, as every other character, we have like an internal alarm that goes off where you're like, you know, beep boop. That's what my alarms sound like. Beep boop, time to wake up. You know, you just know this run is like incapable of winning a run, or incapable of being won in most circumstances. With this character, I have no freaking idea. We've lost 1 run. I think I prefer the Broken Ankh for now. We've lost 1 run and 1 run only, and it was a run that was actually strong because I played like trash. We won our last run. And to be real with you, I don't think we played particularly well on that run. Oh, there you go. We just happened to not take a bunch of damage. And even on this run, and you know, Shubdu was very useful. Even on this run, we've lost kind of an outrageous amount of Bone Hearts. We've lost 3 Bone Hearts already, and yet I still feel confident. So that should give you a little bit of a calibration of this character's abilities. We should probably allow Bumbo to pick up some cash. Okay. I don't dislike. Hey, get back here! He's the greatest dodger of all time next to Nomar Garcia Parra. Alright, we got a run that is actually, now at least, from an offensive standpoint, capable of winning, which is now where we enter that kind of hubris phase where we should slow our roll on predicting a victory, just in case everything goes terribly wrong. But thank God we have the opportunity to use the soul whenever HP gets a little scary here, which is more frequently than I would like. But yeah, I mean, you know, later there might be a conversation about, is the Forgotten too easy? For right now, I do want to stress that even if the character is very easy, I think they did an awesome job of making a character that incentivizes a different style of play and is meaningfully different from the rest. Or that was not an expression that makes any sense. Meaningfully different from the rest of the cast. Do we even want to hit the button? I think we want to hit the button. I didn't want to hit the button. You almost got hit there, and that would start to be a concern. So So even if the character is a little bit on the easy side, and I think it's definitely fair to suggest that they are, the fact that there's so many cool synergies and you know, the dynamic switching opens up a whole new style of play. I think it makes it absolutely, like, you know, the juice is worth the squeeze for once. Well, it's a really good floor for Pandora's box. So I think I will give that a try. Pop it. It's a speed upgrade. I'm going to suck it up. Give us a tears and a speed upgrade, so, you know, feeling like that was probably the right decision. And then we've been very rude to our donation machine, and we're going to continue to do so. And I'm very sorry about this, Bumbo, but this money does not belong to you. Grab this. Grab this. We could have actually saved 3 cents there, but by just taking a heart that existed elsewhere. Get the heck out of town. Amazingly, despite the absolute disaster of my play here, we're only a little bit behind schedule if we wanted to do boss rush. Now, we don't want to do boss rush, but if we have an AWAS rune, we might as well. And we do have, well, we have Black Rune and we have AWAS. I think we'd rather have Black Rune right now. Just gives us more of a use case, I think. We gotta try. And that's, like, extremely runeable. Just use it right away here. It also killed them? I don't know what happened there, but I'm thankful for it nonetheless. Our rate of fire is getting real good for melee build, which means it's substantially better for soul build. Damage is still kind of horrible, but rate of fire on both of these is crushing it. Hey, Bumbo was ascended a little bit. Okay, good pills, please. I'm excited. That's a bad pill. Full health is a good pill, but didn't need it. I mean, we don't have really anything else we can do here. I'm excited, plus I'm drowsy. What's up with that? I don't think Mini Mush helped me. I don't think Mini Mush is that useful, but in fact, it might actually have been a bad idea to pick it up. I just realized it made, like, our Guardian smaller when we're in the soul phase. So I think that was an extremely smart time to pop this, and now, dude, this is what it feels like when freaking doves cry, man. This is I'm excited at its absolute worst. How is it possible? Like, that was just crazy. I don't understand how much HP those enemies had. And now, dude, like, you're looking at this, I'm looking at this. This is real not great. The moon. Please, I've already been here. Where did Pyro come from? What? I didn't see that one. Please stay away from me. You hit me, and I'm very upset about this, but I've been brought back thanks to Broken Ankh. Okay, well this... I can't even really... Wait a minute, I'm Blue Baby now. Alright, well, this is a very dynamic run. This is a great way to describe it. It feels so weird to be flying and yet not be tied to an enemy. We're using tears. So this is still, I mean, it's a booster pack run, because we were playing as the Forgotten for the first half of it, but, like, it's a little bit messed up now, no question about it. It's a lot worse now. I know he's around here, yeah. It's a lot worse now than it was mere moments ago. But it's not, well, I mean, it's certainly not unwinnable. We really want to up our damage stat in particular. We're probably at the tier cap, I'm assuming. Kind of lost track of the items we've held, but I'm assuming that... Oh, wow, what a waste. Oh, we lost spectral tiers technically too, so we got to be a little bit more aggressive. And, you know, preferably not taking damage in a situation like that would probably be for the best as well. What do you got for me? Punching bag. You know what? Well, first off, actually look for tinted rocks for the first time in a long time because they hold the key to victory. Secondarily, you know, you might want to invest in Bumbo. Previously, he's a money sink, taking away our ability to buy as many items as we would like. Now we're like, this guy is a dream come true. Okay, a Boneheart as this character. I have no idea how that works. You know what? I think I'm happy with a world card. And this is just Dank Depths 1, so there's 0 chance, quite literally now, of getting Boss Rush. And that's A-okay. It's actually the best My Best Friend option there. It's a new enemy type, I guess. When it dies, it does the, Demon Heart effect, Necronomicon effect, whatever you'd like to call it. So, we have a 100% chance of a deal with the devil. The best conceivable options from that... Wow, that was really bad. The best conceivable options from this deal with the devil would be anything that gives us an HP amount corresponding to the HP we would lose to pick up the item in the first place. And then, you know, damage in particular. Preferably like a lot of it. The other thing I'd like to see is AAA battery or 9-volt. Because if we can use the easiest way, probably at this point, to raise our damage is to straight up just get the ability to use the laser on every single room. And if we can get that, we probably won't lose. As of right now, I would still say, you know, I have faith in my own Isaac abilities. It's one of the very few games I'm good at, and, you know, it's not like I am a natural talent. I got like 3,000 hours in it, but I have confidence in my ability, for the most part, to do good things in this game, given at least a bare minimum set of tools. Dude, Sister Viz is extremely merciful with its attack animations. I really appreciate that. And you know what? We're probably better off going for deals with the Angel, weirdly enough. And Crown of Light is actually like one of the best damage items in the game. Of course we're gonna fight this dude right here. Like, what kind of Isaac professional would I be if I had a chance to fight an angel statue and I chose to besmirch the good name of Zane in order to keep myself alive? Well, I have done it on occasion, but he's done it on occasion. Alright, that went pretty well, actually. What the heck? What is going on, dude? First off, I'm mad at myself because we just lost out on Holy Mantle, but where are those items coming from? They're just appearing by chance. I'm losing it. We got a Bone Heart in the middle of a bunch of Spirit Hearts, like... What is going on? Nah, it's not worth it. Not worth it. Alright, so I'm a little salty we lost Holy Mantle, but... Dude, okay, what, Crown of Light is not giving me damage anymore? We have 3.67 damage. I can only assume, and this sounds weird, but I can only assume it's due to the empty Bone Heart in the middle. So now we enter a new era of synergy, where in order to get a damage upgrade, I have to lose a buttload of HP to replace a heart that, like, has no business being in this situation to begin with. So yeah, it's a little on the strange side. Dude, Bumbo's coming up. So there's a good opportunity, maybe, to lose our HP productively. And yeah, at least I want to test the theory about Crown of Light and see if that theory ends up being true, that, you know, we're not getting Crown of Light because of this Bone Heart existing. It would be worth losing 2 Spirit Hearts to essentially double our damage, I think. Now it's only going to double or stay doubled. Wow, that was terrible. Oh, that was substantially worse. It's only going to stay doubled until we take damage on a room, but, you know, the better your damage is, the longer you're going to go before you take damage on a room in most cases. D7. How about D, no thank you? Alright, so it was Crown of Light's fault. Now we have slightly more, but still pretty low amounts of damage. You are bad! Oh, this one's a mess, man. There's an enemy somewhere. There's an enemy somewhere. He's invisible like every other enemy in this freaking game. Okay. Well, we definitely need this. I don't think we care about coupon or trinket enough to blow things up. We'll blow this up, though. This wooden cross, actually decent. You know, it kind of makes up for the Holy Mantle misstep. You know, the classic Holy Mantle misstep we had last time. Oh, it's way better than that. So don't, you know, plan the victory parade on this one yet. We're already, or we're still, I should say, in a real weird spot. If we had actually gotten Holy Mantle, it'd be different. But I really am curious if you can parse out, and maybe I'm just missing something idiotic, but I have no idea where Pyro came from, and I have no idea where Holy Mantle came from. Was it Bumbo crapping out items? If so, has Bumbo been buffed to high heaven? Because, like, that would be incredible. He paid out with 2 special items of the highest order. Okay, this is huge. Bumbo, grab some cash. I'm not going to take your capital away from you. And I don't know. Maybe there's a chance on this run. We need a lot. We need an ability to fly. Well, we need like some combination of an ability to fly. Sorry, Bumbo. Extra damage, extra defense, and, you know, Wooden Cross actually does a decent job, but more the merrier. He's got to be close to full ascension at this point. Oh, hello. We really don't want to lose Wooden Cross. And on this room, like, we have no conceivable need to use Shoop de Whoop. Might as well, yeah, save it for a room like this. Felt a lot better. Let's just check him for a black market or something, even though the odds of that are about 1 in 15,000. I hate this. So I guess the thing with these guys is when they split off those, like, leprosy charges and you murder the leprosy charge, it gives you... they stopped moving! Dude! Is that that's the best addition to this booster pack. If you made it so these enemies can no longer move... Yeah, really smart idea there. These enemies can no longer move at the end of their animation where they shoot the beam. That's like 10 out of 10. They hired actual, like, living geniuses to work on this booster pack. Because that has been one of the most common rooms about that has complaints in Isaac, is that room right there, where if you know, aren't able to kill things instantly, you might as well try. If you aren't able to kill things instantly, you know, you're almost... And not in every situation, but in a lot of situations, you're destined to take damage there. So, if they fix that, and I don't know, maybe it was just an interaction with Punching Bag, then even better. Huge positive. Now, this floor's been okay. Haven't taken damage, thanks to the one hit protected from Wooden Cross. Really, really could still use a damage upgrade. And we have a good chance of a deal with the devil. Which, in all likelihood... And this is not being negative, it's really just realistically Sorry, Bumbo. Realistically looking at our situation. In all likelihood, if we get a deal with the devil, we won't be able to take it. But there are some that we could. Abaddon, Sin Robes, Pact, etc., etc., could provide us with a lot of usefulness. So right off the bat, check this. Whoa, easy there. This should be a Bumbo Ascension, and indeed it was. But we definitely want wooden cross in the future. Still waiting on the 10 out of 10 Dream Trinket AAA battery. We were juggling him like Eddie Gordo there for a second. Please, how can you live this long? It's unfathomable. Oh, you gotta go. Bumbo, I appreciate your hard work now. Keep it up. You're doing a great thing. Adding on to my damage where previously I was not in such a great spot. I mean, we still aren't. But there's room to grow. Hey! Could go back for a battery charge, but in all likelihood we'll be okay for this boss. Thank God for our rate of fire ups as well. Any chance, hey! Thank you. Born to die. World is a fudge. 120,000 dead turrets. We'll continue with Angel Room, and I've made a terrible mistake, although we did get a lot of HP out of this. Now remember, you might get another item after you finish this, so maybe slow your roll upon leaving. That was so much better than our last That was still so much better than our last version of this fight. Now, I'm leaving. I'm leaving our angel room. Don't give me an item or I'll be sad. We got a huge damage downgrade from taking experimental treatment. As always, you know, when I take a risk in this game, I'm rewarded with a slap in the face. Not as always. That's needlessly... You know, it's actually like, I don't have that many pet peeves in my life. You might think I do based on my persona on the NLSS, and, you know, that's played up for the most part. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people who are in a privileged position act as if their life is extremely difficult. This is not even like a social justice thing. It's just like when people complain as if like they're the only people who have problems. Like, dude, why is the universe conspiring against me? My laundry machine didn't wash my clothes properly. It happens to everybody. You know, relax. It's not a universal conspiracy to get you down. It's just, you know, sometimes if you're using public washing machine or dryer, it's not that good. And you gotta put your clothes in for a second cycle. It's not the end of the world. Now you should be exploded. I can't believe we snuck through there at that speed. I mean, that's just like, you know, I would never suggest I'm the best person when it comes to interacting with other people. But for the most part, you know, I get along with people. And you know, I think I can converse in a way, and I'm not gonna... It's a little rich to say, like, well, when I talk to people, they tend to like me. But, you know, for the most part, people seem to think I'm a nice person and, you know, entertaining to talk with. So, you know, my tip, one of the best ways to, like, get people to enjoy talking with you is to complain, like, as little as possible about unavoidable stuff. Like, I have some classmates, and it's, you know, none of my business, really, but they, you know, I've been in classes with a couple of these guys over and over, and you kind of get an idea of the habits, you know, just complaining, oh, this prof sucks, yeah, like, I got a question wrong on the assignment, but the question was worded weirdly, so what's up with that? Oh, we didn't respond to my email quickly enough. You realize, like, no matter what happens, like, everything is someone else's fault. Nobody wants to be around that kind of attitude. Because you know, like, if they ever do something wrong, they're probably going to put it on you. They're going to be, oh, you made me do this. You know, it's just it's kind of an ugly sentiment. Habit. It's not necessarily bad. Like, there's, in the class that I'm in, we have quizzes all the time, and the quizzes, they're not worth a lot of your mark. They're worth like 5%. And the answer to one of the questions, I'll give you the question, because I know that, you know, for like 1% of people out there watching this is going to appeal to them. It's a Node.js class, but this question is basically pure JavaScript. If you evaluate the expression -10 divided by 0 in JavaScript, what will the return be? The answer to the question is -infinity, with a capital I, but that's a little less relevant. And this dude in my class started arguing. He's like, he's been in a couple of my classes before, and he likes to talk. Let's just put it that way. And it's like, we're all adults in the class, and the thing is one question on a test that's worth 5% of your mark total, so it may be worth like 0.5% of your total grade. He's arguing with the professor for like 5 or 10 minutes. So like, well, infinity is like it's a conceptual number in the first place, so isn't infinity -infinity? And he just kept arguing like over and over. And then finally the professor was like, okay, you know what, I'll just, anybody that wrote in negative, or anybody that wrote infinity will also get a full mark. And now that dude is gonna live like the rest of his life thinking that that's the right way to handle things because he got his way. When actually, the professor was just like, dude, this is a 9 a.m. class on a Saturday. I will basically do anything to just get you to shut up so we can get through it. Like, anyway, I've kind of gone off the rails with this tangent here, but that's, you know, everybody knows somebody out there that's a complainer. Being a complainer doesn't make you a bad person. Some people might describe me as a complainer. I would disagree personally. I think I try to take responsibility for things that are my own fault on the regular, and I try not to burden other people with my problems unnecessarily. For the sake of entertainment, potentially, yeah, but, you know, if someone I've never met before is like, how's it going? I'll be like, oh, not so good, you know. Actually, I had to take my cat to the vet today. It's like, you know, they were just being polite. It's not like you should keep all your problems inside, but, you know, save that for trusted friends and family, you know? Because everybody's dealing with their own stuff. You don't want to burden other people with your problems. It's kind of a selfish way to respond. Now, it's not to say, again, you should keep things bottled up. But if you're... you ever hear the little fable of the boy who cried wolf? If you complain about everything, when you have a real problem, people are just going to be like, oh, there goes Dave complaining again. Instead of, hey, you know, normally they don't complain at all, and they're complaining now. They must be really going through something right now. Or maybe you're always going through, I don't know. You get the idea. You gotta reserve your complaints. It's like your ultimate in Dota. You can't just be tossing around your ultimate willy-nilly like, oh, there's a jungle creep ult. You know, you gotta wait for a team fight, the appropriate moment. And I guess the fact that we've been talking... I will take this and suck the rest up. Wow, those are bad stats. Who's complaining now, NL? No, I was just about to say, the fact that we're talking so much about things that are unrelated to Isaac right now is usually an extremely good indicator that the run is solid. This run actually is garbage. We're just surprisingly survivable. I am gonna do these rooms. Like, look at how long it's taken us to kill Monstro 2. It's an embarrassment. I'm hoping to pick up Unorbital. I know we could also just fight Mega Satan, but I think there's a decent chance we would die against Mega Satan, so I'm just kind of biting my tongue on that one. Slipped Rib. Projectile Shield. Now, does this do damage? No. That's horrible. I mean, it's great. Like, it's a... Look at the size of this orbital. Absolute unit. However, I would very much enjoy... it also doing damage? Yeah, like I'm even walking into enemies right off the bat trying to... Look at my face! He looked like an idiot there. Dude, this damage it's paltry. That's right, I'm busting out the Victorian English Dictionary. This is some paltry damage. Not paltrow damage. That would be Shakespeare in Love rigging the 1998 Academy Awards. Thank God for Pyro. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, I'm not gonna fight Mega Satan right now because this is not gonna be fun. And I'm living my life in this fun zone right now. You know, I'm taking some time for me. This is not gonna be fun right now. Are you noticing how laborious it is for us to kill a room full of slightly tougher than basic enemies? Now, extrapolate that times like 100 for the difficulty of the Mega Satan fight in our current situation. So if we get the right combinations of items, perhaps I will give it a try, but at the present moment, it's just like highly inadvisable. Even Ragman, at this point in the game, Ragman is supposed to exist so that you just destroy him in like 4 hits. Instead, it took us 5 hits, and that's just not okay. So we're gonna look for Blue Baby and finish this one off, and really, it's not about like a streak. It's just about the fact that, you know, it's not really zany to fight Mega Satan with 0 damage. My personal opinion, at least. You may disagree. That's fine. I'm not gonna complain about it because that would make me a hypocrite. Dude, what do you think it's like? I mean, the easy answer is that this dude is dead, so it's not really like anything, but what do you think it's like to be Hippocrates and have your name be immortalized for being, you know, someone who contradicts their own principles with their actions? That would suck, right? Like, I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm being honest with you. You know, I think everybody makes mistakes. No one's above, you know, rehabilitation and stuff like that. But then there's someone like Hippocrates, and it's like, hey, your name has been immortalized as being kind of like a bad thing to be. Sorry for the rest of the history of the English language, or I don't know, maybe there's a comparable, I mean, it's from Greek times, I'm assuming, so there's probably a comparable word in a lot of languages. It's like, you're doomed forever to be reminded of this. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But thanks for watching. I will see you next time.